What is going on, everybody? Travis with REC Garage. In this video, I'm going to do a little bit of explaining on why I'm moving my shop and why I am not extending the garage. First off, let's just take a little look at the garage as it is right now. I know you see it all the time, but I'll show you it again. Have the 33 out, just pushed it out. And this is the garage space, okay? Yeah, I could do some cleaning up and I always tend to find room somewhere to put something, but I'm sick of having to do that. So we got stuff in front of stuff, even though I don't normally need to get to that, but sometimes I need to get stuff inside there to sell it or yada yada. Stuff in front of like that. This is my cleaning cabinet. It's full of diesel. It's my wash sink. I wash parts in there when I can get to it. As you can see, I cannot get to it. Glass cabinet with a press in front of it, because I just moved it out here, so I needed to use it, and I can't put it back, so it goes there. This tripping hazard, just moving it everywhere. I don't have a stand to put it anywhere, and I don't have room for a stand. The table, always cluttered. I seem to clean it. The next time I start a project, 5 minutes later, it looks like that. Anvil, stuff, motor, tools, welders, stuff on walls, car. Look at this. Engines. I can't even walk up to my brake. The Eagles wheel packed in here. Can barely wheel anything because everything's in the way. Projects, parts for cars that I've taken off. You know, sometimes I can't even get in my toolbox. Look at this. Look at this. How am I supposed to work in this place? I know, it's my own fault. I packed it with stuff. You know, bead roll. You saw me the other day. I'm right up against the power hammer trying to bead roll something. It just barely worked. And like, look at this. Up against the power hammer. Up against the planishing hammer. Up against the drill press. My scrap is in between there. I can't use the pull max. There's 3-4 other tools right next to it. This might sound like I'm complaining. I'm just showing you why I'm moving. The shop, anyway. So yeah, it's cluttered. And outside has grown immensely. A lot more than I wanted to. Contrary to popular belief, I like things clean and neat. You can probably tell by my work, I like to try and keep things clean. I know you're probably laughing at your screen right now, but I do. You'll see at the other shop when I move in, that thing is going to be immaculate. I don't like cluttered mess, and that's probably why things have been so slow here lately, is because I'm dealing with my inner demons messing with, like, trying to figure out all this mess. So I'll show you the outside, a little tour. Junk, customer project, and we're going to be starting soon now that I have the space. This is going to get tucked in a corner, going to send everything to blasting, and then we're going to start fixing it, putting it together. It's going to be cool. It's a 37 Cabriolet. It's going to be a custom, pretty much just like that, obviously a little different. That's going to be cool, but just like stuff. 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 cars. Like, I can't. I don't even have room to put this in. My friend Jeff gave me this. Really appreciate that, because I never had one. I said no to it at first because I was like, I don't have the space for it. I have to keep it outside. And then he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, I got a few buddies that might want it, and they didn't want it. He said, I'm just going to scrap it. And I'm like, just bring it over. So it's kind of good that I'm getting the space now. I can use it. But yeah, everything is crowded. Stuff all the way to the walkway. There's just too much here, you know, to deal with that. Something I hear a lot, which, you know, I had the idea first of doing that. Well, not maybe first, but I also had the idea either putting a canopy on the front, like a big canopy, or extending the front of the garage, or extending the side of the garage. You know, making the garage a little bigger. I toyed around with that, But after the walkthrough I just gave you guys, and upstairs packed full of sheet metal, the back, I can barely walk in there. And it's not only junk, there's tools everywhere. It's just, if I put an expansion on, I don't know how to explain this. I can't really go to the side. I'll show you the side. Mind the toys. Don't worry about the toys. You know we got small kids. And the yard, I need to mow it. But this may look big. It's not big. If I did twice the size of the garage, it would end up like here, and we'd have no space for the kids. There's a little thing back there, but the dog goes to the bathroom there, and the chickens roam free there, so I don't want my kids playing in chicken shit. So this is what they have. And the front, I just, you know, I don't want kids playing in the front yard. I like to keep the front nice. So they have this, and I don't want, even if I extended it 10 feet, what is that going to give me? Nothing. It's not really going to give me anything. It might give me more room for tools and still only work on one car at a time, and I still have 5 or 6 outside. It's just, not 5 or 6, but you know what I'm saying. A bunch outside. And if I did the front, yeah, I can extend it to, say, like here, I guess. Here, you know, I could fit some more stuff in there, but I'm still dealing with like a shotgun garage size, and it's I don't know how much that would really help, because I can't go any wider. I've mapped it out. If this corner went straight back, you know, it doesn't leave much room here to walk into the house. Yeah, I can get rid of the bush and do a bunch of landscaping and stuff. It's too much work for how little space I would gain. And the spot I just found, it's not, you know, yesterday's video will tell you, it's not the 5,000 square foot place that I was excited about. That's 2 minutes from home. It's not that place, unfortunately, but the rent's very manageable. When he called me back and told me how much the rent was, I was kind of blown away that it was that cheap. A little bit more. It's a little bit more than what I spent renting there, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I'm excited about that. It's not that expensive, and it's like 3 times as big, I would say, safely. So that would be me extending a whole garage to the front and a whole garage to the side, which would pretty much take up my whole property. So that would just be ridiculous. So I'm not going to do it. I have 0.23 acres here. I don't have much. It may look like much, like, you know, I might have a bunch, but I don't. I don't have any behind. Streets right there. Neighbors on both sides. I don't have a lot of space to expand. I don't even know if I have, like, I could get the permit to expand. So those are kind of the reasons why I'm not doing any of that. And don't get me wrong, I know you guys are just trying to help. I'm not bashing your ideas, you know, I don't have any room, you idiot. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just explaining, because I get so many comments and messages about, oh, just expand the garage, just do this, you'll be better off just expanding the garage a little bit. I really don't think I would, you know, because of what I just said. So I guess I'll take this time, since we're talking about the shop and moving and stuff, I'll kind of, what am I going to do? I'll kind of show you the layout that I'm kind of playing with. So I took a manila envelope and cut it up to scale. I figured out scale, it was 5/16 per foot, and I kind of overestimated every tool by a little bit and like made them square. So obviously I know not square, but like perfect rectangles. So the like bead roller, the English wheel, and the Pomax, I did it by their footprint, not by their like the size that you see. So the little pieces I made are a lot wider than, you know, the tools actually are. because their foot bases are a little wider. So it looks very crowded, but I think once I put everything in place, it's not going to look as crowded as it does here on the paper. So I get the scale here. The garage door is like here, the man door here. I didn't draw that in, but I just kind of know. Bathroom here and stairs that go up to the upstairs, if you guys remember from the other video. I'm trying to keep most of the front. I'll try and condense this up as much as I can, because I made, you know, paper templates of fat fender Fords like that one right there. So, and I didn't realize how long they are. It's 16 foot long, so you need room front and back. It really doesn't leave room for anything other than like maybe walking. I toyed around with, like, you know, putting them crooked, but then this corner gets close to the wall and you really don't gain much. It's still the same amount here, maybe a little more. You do get more space like this you don't have when they're straight. You know, it kind of evens it out. I'm not sure how I want to do the cars yet, and I can only fit about 3. 1, 2, 3. If they were Model A's, I'd probably fit 4, and I'd probably put them this way. So two Model A's this way and 2 this way. I could, you know, do 2 this and 1 this way. That could work. But for right now, I'm not sure about the cars. But this, I think I'm down. I got this down here. This dotted line here is where the mezzanine starts, I believe. I forgot to do those measurements, but from the video, I remember pulling a tape measure from the door to 25 foot and then 25 foot. And it was about halfway, a little more favoring this, so it might be a little smaller than I drew. I got the main clump here is a power hammer, Pullmax on the inside. The power hammer is going to be on the outside of the mezzanine. Put a planching hammer on one side and the English wheel sticking out on the other. So the kind of metal shaping center right here. And there was a space under the stairs, and I think my shaping toolbox, that guy, it's got all my dies and stuff. I might keep that there, or I can tuck it, you know, either the side of the Pullmax or side of the power hammer. I can put it somewhere. It's on wheels, so that's fine. So I kind of put that on the stairs for now. My hammer table is on wheels, so it can go against that little wall where the stairs were. And my rolling table here will go against that wall where the stairs would go up also, to allow me to kind of roll it around. Maybe roll it here if I need to work on stuff. You know, I decided to put the brake on the back wall, the shear on this wall, bead roller here. Put the sandblaster in the bathroom. The bathroom's very big. I think there's room for that. It doesn't look like it from what I, you know, cut it out as. But standing in the bathroom and looking, like knowing the size and looking at this can definitely fit in the bathroom. I think I overestimated everything, which is good. If it looks crowded here, I'm going to have plenty of space. Because I think if I can move this stuff, I don't want to move it too far in though, because that post is really going to dictate where all this stuff lives. So who knows? That's kind of what I'm working with. Put a welder here. I don't know. That's on wheels too, so it doesn't really, it's not a huge deal. But I want to keep the tools and everything under the mezzanine. I don't know what I'm going to do about grinding stuff. You know, I'd like a grinding room, but at the same time, I don't think there's space at this particular shop for one of those. So if I got to do a bunch of grinding, I might just go outside the door. But who knows? It's kind of the layout. If you guys got any good ideas, you know, shoot them back to me. I don't know, I was just putting this away, and I remembered I did this whole piece of paper as just the shop space. So through the door here, there's the kitchen here, and the 2 offices over here. So there's more space in here, but I think Kelly's going to take that over for her photography. So she's going to have a photo studio so she can do indoor photo shoots, you know, like Christmas mini shoots and stuff like that. She doesn't have to always do photo shoots outside. Even though outside photo shoots usually end up the best, she can do them inside, because she's been a photographer for a while. So She can also do that, earn a little bit more income there. Hopefully this shop will just change everything for us and, you know, put us back on the upswing. I don't even think we've been on the upswing, but, you know, maybe get us to the upswing. We're kind of swinging down, 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 and hopefully this will change us. So, you know, that's kind of explanation of why we're getting it, why expansion won't work, the layout of the shop. I think that's all I got for you. This is kind of a short video, but I think all the stuff needed to be said because there were so many questions and comments about this. So I do appreciate them. I do read them, even though I don't get to respond to all of them. Got a lot of stuff going on around here. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. And I'll catch you guys next time.